before you get to that place in your life, you have to have some core principles by which you stand on.
That's right.
Right. It don't matter who's around me. I don't care what nobody else think about me. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
But when you invest in the root, you bear amazing fruit.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the March or Die Show. Glad to have you with us. My name is Jeremy Stalnecker, here with Sean Kennard, the Indomitable.
Yeah.
Indomitable.
Man, I always
I'm trying to do better.
Hype.
Sean always tries to hype me up.
I hype you up. I appreciate it. Good job.
No one believes anything you say, but you say nice things. But we're here with you today. Glad to have you joining us and excited about our guest today. Before we jump into that, though, if you haven't subscribed, please do that right now, wherever you're listening from. Man, our guest today, I don't want to give a whole lot of other introduction because I want to get right into the conversation. Chip Baker is with us, educator,
Yes, sir.
coach,
Yes, sir.
Author.
speaker. You've done just about all of it.
Work in progress.
Work in progress. It's funny, we have a lot of conversations about leadership, and that's something that's very, very important to us.
Yeah.
But it's different talking about leadership. A lot of people who write about leadership and talk about leadership, it's very much something they philosophically get a hold of. It's different when you've been in the trenches. And I think coaching high school football players, teaching in school, mentoring, doing real life stuff with real life people and trying to help them move forward. That's a whole different view of leadership. And man, really excited to have you come and share some of that with us. So thanks for doing it.
My pleasure. I think a lot of what you guys do, I think it's awesome. The service, where it comes from, and I'm just honored to be here to share with you guys today.
Well, it's an honor to have you.
Yeah.
Let's start. We got a lot of things we want to get to.
Yeah.
Long list.
Let's get
So
it.
we might not get to all of it,
Let's
but
go.
let's just start with your story, your background, and kind of the life that you lived to get you to where you are today.
Well,
You don't have to give us all of it.
No. We be here like, man,
But you can.
this guy.
You can.
Long form content. No. So I am Coach Chip Baker. I'm a fourth generation educator, teacher, former coach. Blessed and fortunate to be raised by some great people, as well as be around some awesome folks to learn from in my career and in my life. I come from a family of, down south we say, church folk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and when you don't put the S on it, that means we did church for real.
That's right.
And the reason
Get it for real.
for real. When you say it twice, it's for real. Right? No. And the reason is my mother was the minister of music at our churches where we went. So, we did church,
Right.
But also, like I said, an educator as well. And so I always say that because as a young guy, as a kid, I was taught to live a life of service, right? I was taught as a young guy that it's bigger than me. I was taught that it's not about me.
Yeah.
The world don't revolve around you, boy. Once you put the boy on it, it's for real.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you know it's for real.
It's for real. Right. Yeah. But I was taught as a young guy to strive to live a life of service. I've strived to do that to make my family proud.
Yeah.
The people in my community.
Yeah.
Played for sports for 4 years in high school. Played college football at West Texas A&M University. Like I said, I'm going on my 27th year in education. I coached for 20 of those years. About 9 years ago, started my YouTube channel and podcast, The Success Chronicles.
Yeah.
And what I do is I just interview people from all walks of life and share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation. A couple years after that, started writing books.
Yep.
And to the date, I've been a part of or published 26 of those. Crazy.
Incredible.
And it's just been a blessing.
Incredible.
Each day, I'm excited to wake up and go to work.
Yeah.
Just in general, not just work, but just in general to be of service.
Yeah.
But also grateful to hopefully be a blessing.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that I'm blessed to be a blessing, and that's the kind of life I strive to live.
Yeah. So when you say, you were taught to live a life of service and,
Yeah.
I think your parents probably modeled that for you or whatever. It's interesting how you can, again, say that. Like you can say that to a kid. Hey, you need to serve others. You need to live for others. You need to, but that does not always result in that young person growing up into an adult who gets that.
Right.
Can you maybe talk about that a little bit? How you got it? It's more than words, right? Like, how did you get to the place where at this point in your life, you're still saying, I want to live a life of service. I want to live to be a blessing.
I think there was some experience. Like we can say a lot of things.
Right. And parents do.
Yeah.
Coaches do. Mentors do.
We can want
Right.
all day long.
Yeah.
Right. But it's more so about your actions. Right. And I saw the difference that my family members made to the people in my community or other places, right? Like we would go places. I was raised by a single parent mom. My father was in my life, but different city. But we would go places in our community, and people would see my mother, and they would smile. Like she wouldn't see them, right? But they would see her, and they would smile. And that showed me that like she had to have done something that made a difference in their life, for them to smile and do that. And she was highly respected. But I knew without a shadow of a doubt she put the work in. Single parent mom, worked 3 and 4 jobs to make sure that we were taken care of. Even when we didn't have, she was striving to find ways to help and give to others. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
Let me say that again to make sure the audience catches that. Even when we didn't have, right, she was striving to go above and beyond, to do holiday giveaways at the church, or Thanksgiving dinners at the church, through the church, and we go home and there's like we don't have anything. Right? As a young guy, it didn't jive.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I saw that the big man always seemed to take care of us, and we were all right. And so I was shown by example. Yes, told by words, but shown by example that that's the way to live. Now, it is a choice, right? I had to choose that, but I think I've chosen that in my life because I know what it feels like to have people to take care of you when you have nothing.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Shout out real quick to single moms crushing it, man.
Come on.
Like,
man.
We talk I talk a lot about, I have my family was split young age, and I talk a lot about the impact that has on kids. And a lot of times it can be a very negative impact, but sometimes we see examples, and I'm never downplaying examples when parents show up still, in spite of that, things didn't work out, whatever the reasons, right? But your mom showed up. You said your dad was still in the picture. I'm curious, was he was still present in your life? Because that makes a big difference as well.
I'm really glad you asked that question, right? So my parents separated when I was 5. I was born in Dallas. Parents separated when I was 5. We moved to my mom's hometown of Hearn, Texas, which is over by College Station. And so my father and his side of the family, they're all from Dallas. So he was in my life, from afar. The normal summer, all of the normal stuff that you do.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful that my mother was a person of faith, right? Because, like sometimes when adults have differences, they let their differences get in between them raising their kids.
Yeah.
And I'm truly, from the bottom of my heart, grateful that my mother didn't do that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Because she could have chosen to say, no, you can't see your kids.
Yeah.
Because we have ours, so you can't see. And I'm just so grateful that she chose to not do that. And my family too, and that was another sign that showed me by love, grace, forgiveness. Those are biblical principles.
Yeah.
Love.
Yep.
It showed me what that was all about. And if they could do that, then I can probably learn to do that in my life too.
How did your mom, I'm just so curious about a lot of this.
I love that story, man.
Your mom is caring for other people while you guys don't have everything you need or want. We're living at a moment in time where parents are afraid to not get their kids anything they want. Parents almost sacrifice everything in their lives so their kids can have everything they want to the neglect of everything else. It's all about the kids all the time.
Right.
How did your mom communicate to you? I know we don't have whatever, but we still need to care for other people. How did that happen without you becoming bitter about it and super focused on making money and materialism, right? Because that's the response some people have is, I didn't have this growing up, so I'm going to have it now. How did your mom help you through that?
Well, first off, it wasn't a choice.
Right.
My mom was a real strict disciplinarian. My mama didn't play. Like, no, boy, you gonna give service.
But she did something right. Where you didn't become bitter in the process.
No. Really, it really jokingly, I said, but really it wasn't a choice. Like in our household,
This is how we do it.
This is what we're going to do.
This is what we do.
Like, right, like you're going to go to church. In church, you're not just going to be there, but you're going to be of service.
Good.
You can either sing in the choir or you can be an usher. Down south, we say it with an R, not an usher. Right.
Yeah.
You're going to be an usher.
The same, just sounds different.
Yeah. Usher. Right. You're going to do one of them, boy. Right. Either one. You choose, but you're going to give service.
Right.
And so I chose to be an usher. Right. And so just like those are the expectations, right? Also, if you're going to do something, do it right or don't waste your time. So there were some principles that were taught to me in my life, but then I credit that to, again, it goes back to my family. Like that's what she was taught. Even on my father's side, they're good people, just hardworking folks. Just, man, you're going to do things the right way. You're going to take care of people and be of service. And so that's what I was taught. Yeah. And so I think the other component to that is being involved in sports too, right? Even just going back, for my mom being my first head coach, if you will, right? But having me involved in sports and knowing that everything is about team, having great men and great people around me to pour into me and to guide me the right way. And so, man, I was really just blessed to be around some great people, but also in living that, you have to have some awareness to know that even in the midst of, it could be better. Like they was even in the midst of all of that, just to be grateful for what you do have.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think that was the big principle as well.
Yeah.
Thank God for what we do have. It could be better, but guess what? It could be way worse.
Yeah.
Did you have, I'm curious, did you have any wayward years? Did you have some years where you were like, nah, I'm bucking this system?
Or did you? Choice, man. No.
Yeah. No. Hey, I want to hear that if that's the truth. I want to hear it.
No, I want it. There was, growing up, we expected to be in church. Like I said, my mom was ministering. So if the church was open, we were there. Even if it wasn't open, we were there. Right?
Yeah.
And so, like, man, I'm not gonna lie. I got to college, I was tired of church. Like, man, what? Looking around like mama not here, but I don't have to go to church, And I'm playing college ball, so sometimes we play, we play on the Saturdays. If it's out of town, we may not get back to the middle of the night, early Sunday morning. And that was just an excuse, on my end. But I tried that for like a semester, and I saw that there was a void in my life. I saw that, maybe I was leaning toward making some choices that. Like, man, what are you doing? You tripping. Chip, come on. You weren't raised like that, But then I was also able to see other people from all over the world at this place make bad choices too. So it allowed me to say, well, I probably need to figure out how to straighten it up. So it was a void. And so I had another buddy of mine that we were on a team together. We played linebacker. So we decided to find a church in the community. And so on Sundays, we committed to, man, we're going to go to church.
Look out.
And so we rode together, and then from there, got connected with some guys on campus that they had like a college church group and a different deal. So just being around the right people, I think when you choose to do that, it helps give you a moral compass. It helps you make the right choices. Now, granted, I'm not perfect.
Sure.
Made mistakes, gonna continue to make mistakes. But the beauty of that is I can make it better when I do.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. That excites me on that. So that was really just like the only time in my life that I could really see those things. But other than that, man, I've strived to do things the right way.
Well, I asked because, I know we have a lot of people watch this show.
Yeah.
Who are in parenting years, and they have kids who may be, going through those wayward years. But it sounds like your mom's and your dad, especially your mom, set such a hard example for you guys, such a discipline in y'all's home of what it looked like, right? What it looked like to follow the path, the true way. Because, okay, if you stray off, well, at least you know what it looks like and you know how to get back to it. That example is set. Yeah. And I think that's super powerful. It's something that, I hope, obviously, I leave for my kids. It's just setting that example of, you know, I don't want to be perfect. I want to be present.
Yeah.
And I just want to be purposeful. I want to be on, you know, doing everything that I can to show them the example that it looks like to walk so that, you know, when they're on their own, they get to make that decision, but they at least know what it looks like. And they have that expectation was set like, hey, this is how we live, you know?
Man, and I want to say this too, just as I heard you saying that, you know, and, you know, we're on the podcast and we're talking about the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, but really the lowlights also showed me as well. You know, like I said, growing up with a single parent mom, you know, so, you know, there's some struggles that you go through, you know, financially. Just it's a lot, some things that we went through that, you know, I even still don't talk about today.
Yeah.
You know, and so you just learn from those things. You know, I had, you know, half brothers and sisters, you know, my father did, and, you know, my older brother died in prison. Oh, wow. You know, it's just like as a kid, you talk about something that'll straighten you up, going to visit as a kid, going to prison to visit your brother. Yeah. You know, and like, seeing that and seeing those high fences and barbed wire and gates and like that'll do something to you, but more so seeing the reaction of my father to it, or the reaction of how it made them sad, and my mom would cry and that wasn't even her son. You know, just things like that. And so what it allows you to do is say, well, you can make excuses and say, you know, well, in my family, you know, this is what we, or you can use it as your motivation to say, well, hey, we ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, that's what it's been. You know, I saw what that looked like. And I just know that I didn't want my folks to experience that with me.
Yeah.
We talk about, you know, the title of the show is March or Die. And, you know, there's a story tied to that, but it's the principle of we come to those times in our life where we have to decide, are we going to stay where we are and die?
Yeah.
Or are we going to take the next step and move forward, right? We're going to march. What are some principles that you've learned throughout the course of your life and then apply even to your life now, maybe teach to others to march when it would be easier just to go, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not moving forward. It's gotten too hard, whatever. What are the principles that you have obviously lived out in your life, but you would teach to others? This is what you need to do when you find yourself at that Y intersection of march or die.
I think the first thing is, for me, I think it starts way before that, before you get that. I think before you get to that place in your life, you have to have some core principles by which you stand on.
That's right.
Right. And it don't matter hot Texas heat, rain, snow. Bro, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Right. It don't matter who's around me. I don't care what nobody else think about me.
No, it's not circumstantial.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, that's work hard, treat people right, put myself around good people, strive to always learn and grow, you know, be a person of integrity and faith.
Yeah.
And so when you have those core principles that you operate by, it's really not a choice when you get to those things that come in your life, because like you've told yourself, no, like this is me, this is what I believe in, and this is what I hang on to. And so when you get to that place,
so it's not a decision.
No,
you already made the decision.
No, I already know.
Yeah.
Like when I get to that place,
Yeah.
You know, is this in alignment with my core principles?
That's good.
Right. Is this going to allow me to operate in integrity?
Yeah.
Right. Is this, you know, the question that you ask yourself, does it compromise who I am or what I believe in? Right. And so from there, it makes it an easy choice because you've already beforehand decided what you are about.
That's good.
Yeah.
When we talk about resiliency in our programs, we often define resiliency as pre-deciding. It's making a decision before the difficulty, the trial, the trauma, whatever comes into your life, so that when it does, because it will, and you get knocked down, you've already made the decision that you're going to get back up and you know what direction you're moving. Don't wait till the difficulty comes to figure out, oh, what do I do now? I already decided back here what I was going to do.
Yeah, if you're deeply rooted, like when I heard you say that, I thought about weathering the storm, right? You know, those trees that stand the test of time.
Yeah, right, right.
You know, all of those things, those houses that when storms come, they still stand. All of that has firm roots.
Right.
All of that has a firm foundation.
That's good.
Right? And so it don't matter what happens, you know, but when you invest in the root, you bear amazing fruit.
That's good.
And so when you work really hard on those things, it's crazy. it's crazy because like made me think about your question about, you know, my wayward ways.
Yeah.
You know, like what happens is when you are like hyper focused on that, what happens is organically you eliminate the distractions. Come on. Or organically the people around you see what you're about and they don't bring that crap to you. Right? Come on. Right? And so in your life, when you like are really, really focused on that, man, you stay in your lane.
That's good.
You know, like you're in your lane, and it's a great place to be.
That's good.
Because you have consistent growth. What happens is also you show that you are consistent, right? And this guy's known me for a long time, and I don't even have to look at him, and I can ask him and say, "Have I been the same guy since you know me?"
Yeah.
Ain't changed.
No.
Right.
No.
And the reason why is because when I knew him, he was a young guy and I coached him. It was the same core common beliefs. I still do the same thing today.
Right.
It hadn't changed.
Right.
And so when you do that, and it's a great place to be in. And I think another thing, it really allows you to be proud of yourself that you've chosen to operate and live in that manner. Because I'm telling you, I've been around some crazy stuff in my life. I've been around some crazy people in my life, right? And it's been some situations where I could have been stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like I could have been, oh, bro, like, come see me. You know, like, you know, it could have been that way. But once I reverted back to my home training, you know, then I was good. Like, nah, you all right. Don't even worry about it. Just stay focused and keep doing your thing.
That's
like
good.
It'll move on.
That's good.
Yeah.
26 years, man, coaching or over now, teaching too.
Yes, sir.
What are some things that you have learned to help young kids develop that mindset? Because we know not every kid has that the blessing of the home that you were raised in, right?
Yeah.
So what are some principles that you have learned how to help a child understand that?
I think the biggest key first off is having awareness that your experiences can be a blessing to someone else. So all of the things that I've explained to you guys about how it was for me growing up, okay, as a teacher and coach, I'm around kids that are experiencing those things every day.
Yeah.
So I know like the kid that's having an issue, like I can look at him and tell that he's got some things going on. Like he don't care about science, he hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like just different things like that. Like I know all of those things. And so I think that has really helped me be successful, if you will. Just first off, just having that awareness about that. But then I think the next thing is instilling into them the mindset of a champion, the mindset of a winner, the mindset of someone that has value. I think you do that by first instilling in them that, and you know, making sure they know that if you limit yourself, you limit yourself, right? So really, there is no limits. The only person that can hold us back from doing, seeing, being, whatever it is we want to do in our life is
us.
Myself, right? And then when we really learn that and understand that, well, guess what? My chest got big. There is no limit to what I can achieve, right? And so when you have that mindset, you do amazing things. I think the next thing is just instilling that the possibilities are possible. It don't matter where you come from. It don't matter what you've done. It don't matter the mistakes. It don't matter what your people did. And none of that. I'm gonna go coach on you here. None of that.
Let's do
none
it,
of
man.
that crap matters.
Yeah.
Right. But what matters is, do you believe you can do great things, and are you willing to put the work in to do great things? So you just got to believe it first, and then put the work in to go achieve it. Right. And then the last piece, I think, is helping them see that opportunities bring opportunities.
I love these.
Yeah, come
possibilities.
These all need to be
are
on t-shirts.
possible.
Yeah.
You need a line of t-shirts.
opportunity.
Yeah,
And it's these.
They are.
They are. There we go. All right, there we go. We got it now. Let's go.
And then opportunities bring opportunities. And what that means is, you know, whatever opportunity that you're blessed and fortunate to have today, be grateful for it. Be in the moment with the opportunity. Give your all to the opportunity, because the little that you have to give today in an opportunity makes a big difference in your success down the line with the opportunities that you will have. And it sets you up for bigger and better opportunities.
Yeah.
I love that.
When you're coaching, I was mentioning to you that my son right now, my youngest, is playing football. He's got a great coaching staff. I'm really, really thankful for the environment that he's in and what he can learn. And so this conversation with him, a lot of it is, hey, football is important, but what's more important is learning all of the other stuff, learning how to work hard and all the things that you just talked about. How do you, in a coaching or a mentoring environment, balance, we want to win at whatever the game is. Maybe the game is business. Maybe the game is football. Maybe it's something else. Whatever you're mentoring to.
We're in Texas, so it's football. I don't know about the California boys, but
for Coach Baker, it could be something else, right? Like it could be something else. Because you mentor a lot of different people, a lot of different walks of life. Whatever you're trying to help someone accomplish, how do you mentor we're going to win the game, whatever the game is, with we want to grow into the right kind of person? Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Because when I think about the coaches for my son, I love those guys. I'm very thankful for them. They're doing a good job. What I want him to walk away from football with, because he's probably not going to go on to play football, but I want him to be a better human being, a better man for having been a part of it. How do you balance I want to win the game, but I also want to be a better person on the other side of this?
So two things on that. I think it's crazy that you asked me that, because just the other day I interviewed this coach from Hartnell College in California, junior college, Albert Berlanga, I'm gonna say his name, great guy. And he's in one of my books, but just good dude I'm connected with. But she shared this. He said, there's a guy that I know, an old coach, he said that football is man class.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Let me give you that one again.
Yeah.
Football is man class, right? And he talked about, the percentage is, less than, 6 out of 100 will make it to the next level, right? So if he has 100 guys, so on his team, only 6 of those guys are going to make it to the next level.
Play college.
Yeah.
And then the ratio is the same going from there.
And it's even smaller. As you go higher, it gets smaller and smaller. Right. And so now, so for me as a coach, what am I doing with those 94 that's going to help them win in life? Right. And so for me, the short answer to your question is make football relevant to life, right? Teach life lessons through the game. And so I'm really big, or have been really big on that, is, you're learning this because this is how this is going to help you in life. And I've been intentional about giving examples to say, hey, this is tough. Get through this tough practice. But as a man, it's going to be some tough times in your life, right? And it's going to be hot.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah, it's going to be hot, and you're not going to want to be there. You got all that gear on, in your life. But what is that gear in your life? But no, you got to get your butt up and go to work when you're sick, because you got people depending on you. It's the same thing. If you got something going on, communicate with your coaches. Let's talk. Let's make sure we're on the same page. In life, well, you better communicate with your boss and your wife, right? Or you're not gonna have them. The same thing here. You don't communicate with the coach, bro, you ain't gonna have that position. Right. And so just make it relevant to life, because it really is life. And there's so many things that I learned through sports that have really helped me. And I'm just tell you, there's probably haven't been too many things that I've faced in my life that's been tougher than Texas 2-a-day football, college, they trying to smash your head. Meeting as a linebacker, meeting people in the hole and doing it every play. It hadn't been too many things in my life that's tougher than that. And so if I can get through that, man, come on. Bring it on. Let's go. I think you just make it relevant, make sports relevant to life.
And I think the rest of life, right? And this is what I think about when I think about this march or die principle. Sean and I were just talking about faith and how pursuing God does not always mean you get what you want.
Right.
So there has to be more to this life thing than just getting what you want. The question is not, did I get what I wanted? Did I win? The question is, am I a better person for having gone through that?
Yes.
And I think that applies to, we talk about march or die, whatever the obstacle is, it is. And it may not work out. My marriage may not work out the way that I wanted it to, or this thing with my kids or my job or whatever. but I'm going to function with integrity. I'm going to move forward in a way that honors God and honors my family and honors, me, so that I'm a better person on the other side of it, regardless of how it turns out. I think we make winning the goal, and it's a goal we just have really no control over. We can work as hard as we can and do all that stuff, but if winning is the goal, you're going to be disappointed a lot.
Every time.
If growth is the goal, that changes everything.
Yes, and it's a perspective shift.
Yeah.
Right. I think progress over perfection.
That's good.
So each day, like, it's unacceptable for me to be the same Chip Baker today that I was yesterday.
Yeah. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So whatever it is that's important to me, I have to make sure each day that I'm working towards being the best version of myself. And I don't say that in a selfish manner. I say that in a selfless manner, because it's important for us to work to be the best versions of ourselves so we can give the best versions of ourselves to others. And that's when it gets good right there.
Say that part again.
Oh, man,
say
they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Let me say it again, man.
They ain't ready.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it that way. Say it again.
Yeah, it's important for us to strive to be the very absolute best versions of ourselves. And I don't say that in a selfish manner. I say it in a selfless manner. And what I mean by that is when we work to be the best versions of ourselves, it allows us to be just dynamic at what we do, and it sets us up to be able to give the best versions of ourselves to everybody that we come in contact with. Right? And so when we do that, man, that's a great space to be in when you know that you've put the work in, and your kids know that you're the best man that they've ever known in their life.
Yeah.
The people at your job, you're the best employee that we've ever had at this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to the store, man, that guy he's really respectful. He smiled, he looked me in the eye and shook my hand with a firm handshake. Like all of those things, when you work to be the best version of yourself, man, it's so many amazing things happen for you.
Yeah. I love that. I always say 1% better, right?
Yes.
Like, it's unacceptable for me to not be 1% better. You didn't gotta be 100% better. Let's be 1% better. Like these micro adjustments, right? Yep. I love the challenge of sports and games because of that, because it creates this adversity, this discipline of, in football, just, man, be 1% better of a linebacker than you were yesterday. Make these little micro adjustments. I do jiu-jitsu now. Jeremy does jiu-jitsu. Like, you might be in a bad position, but if you make this micro adjustment, you're going to be in a little bit better position. So can you talk about how important it is, from what you've learned, for our kids to be put into adverse situations? Talk about that a little bit as a coach, as a teacher. I know much as a coach, but talk about that.
Yeah, you want them to be in some adverse situations because that's where you learn, right? Y'all are, I know y'all have physical guys. Y'all have probably lifted some weights or something before, a couple of times.
You can tell by looking at me. I'm a weightlifter.
But you think about the hardest lifts. And let's just say power clean or squat.
You were just talking about this.
Coach. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally taxing. Like you do, like most other thing, like you can do high reps on other stuff.
Yeah.
Right. 10, 12, 15s. Bro, you don't do more than 5 on the set of power clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Or 6 if you're a big guy. Right. Right. But the reason is because it's so tough and it's so taxing and it requires so much and requires great technique or you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Like it requires so much. So that's how but when you finish that, are you better? Yeah, you're dang good.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you push yourself and do those exercises, not only are you stronger, not only are you more fit, but your mind, you're a tough joker. I don't care who you are across from me, you about to get it, right? Because you but growing through adversity, y'all catch that?
Yeah.
growing through adversity is the same thing in your life. And so you want to welcome failures. You want to welcome adversity, because on the other side of your toughest challenges is your maximum growth. Ooh, hold on. on the other side of your toughest challenges is your maximum growth. Right? So that makes you be sharp. That makes you be strong. That makes you be mentally tough. Right? And so now when you do those things, you get to a place where you're looking for those failures. You're looking for those ways, those adversities, because I know those opportunities to learn, because I know now that, like, once I get through this and push myself to get through this, man, I'm gonna be a lot better on the other side of it. And so again, it's a mindset shift, right? You know, what did I fail at today? You know, like, not like, oh man, I failed at that, right? Like, oh man, what did I fail at today? What did I make a mistake on today, right? So now tomorrow, I'm gonna be better at that tomorrow. So it's an excitement to know that it makes us better.
That's good. I love that. We just talked about this. We had another episode we did earlier. I talked about the plateau. And to me, there's a difference between somebody good and somebody great. And somebody great pushes through the plateau. Somebody good allows themselves just to be like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna back off a little bit. My body's tired. I don't want to work that hard, you know. But if you're great, you understand that on the other side of that plateau is that greatness that you're trying to achieve. And you just said it perfectly. So
once you experience the fulfillment in that, though, like, you really enjoy that. Right. So you're looking now, like, put the weight on there, man. You don't have to tell me what it is. Put it on there. Let's go. Right. Like, I don't know. You don't have to tell me. Just put it on there. Let's go. Let's get some reps. You know, help me if you need to, but, like, just put it on there. Let's go. And so I think it's just a mindset shift on that.
Do you consider that something some people have and other people don't? Or is it something that can be developed, that push past the plateau?
I think you have to develop that. I don't think that innately we are born with that, right? I think that's the reason why you see people that have grown up in severe circumstances be super successful, because they've been through tough challenges already in their life. And so bankrupt is nothing, because, you know, I've been broke my whole life. You know, like, bro, like, oh, well, we lost all this money. Bro, I ain't never had no money. Right? Like,
can't hurt me.
Like, I've been there before. Okay, so this is okay, guys. We're gonna be all right. And so, like, I think when you can experience those things, especially with kids, students, you know, teaching them that it's okay to push yourself while you have people around you that can support you and steer you in the right way, right? That's the trick right there, is teaching them, hey, in your young years, bro, make mistakes. Like learn. Like, I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna hold you accountable. You know, I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna hold you accountable. We're gonna steer you in the right way. But like, man, try it. Like, fail. Like, it's okay. You know, learn right now, because, you know, there will come a time where, like, now you're taking care of other people and you can't make all those mistakes because you got people depending on you.
I was going to ask you, do you have a working definition for leadership? When you talk about leadership and think about it, how do you think about leadership? What if I said, hey, Chip, what is leadership to you? What would your answer be to that?
You know, it's crazy. Like, I never really have thought about, like, what is my definition of leadership?
How do you boil it all down?
I just think, just in short, for me, I think leadership is being the example. You know, and even
that's a great definition. I mean, that's
just leadership. Just being the example, and even deeper than that. Sometimes, come on, y'all.
So you've thought about it. You just haven't thought about it.
No, this is what I do. Like, I'm saying, man, come on, you do this. Come on, leadership. Come on. Sometimes in life, most times in life, the hardest ship for us to navigate is ownership, right? And I say that because when we can own our actions, own the things that we do, that we say, our thoughts, back that with our actions, right? it allows us to be the example,
Yep.
right? And that's where it starts, right? It starts with the ownership piece, which leads to being the example. That's
good.
Which is leadership.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I love that.
It's good.
Tell us about some of the stuff that's going on, man. What's the Success Chronicles? What's going on, man?
So the Success Chronicles, like I said, it's a YouTube channel, podcast, videos on YouTube, audios on podcast platforms. Like I said, just interview people from all walks of life, share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation. And like some people say, like, hey, you go for these. Nah, man. Probably the prerequisite is, will you talk to me? Let's get it. Let's go. Like it's not all of that, man. I think we can all learn from everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think, man, having conversations about success and learning other people's journeys, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Right? That's how you learn and grow. And so that's really what it's been able to interview some pretty cool people, but also just, people just doing their thing every day.
Yeah.
That have some great strategies that they use in their life to help them manage a household or, have great jobs or whatever, And so that's what I've done, man, up to, I think just dropped episode 432.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a few of those, and I do like events, like I'll do interviews at events and some different topic sessions or different things like that. So it's been really cool.
What about the books? 26 books, man. Let's go.
That part always gets me because where I'm from, man, I didn't grow up around people that wrote books. And so I'm truly grateful for all of it, really. But like being able to be an author, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you look in the book and it has like a real ISBN, like real books, like a real book, right. And so that's been cool, man. Just to go through that process and speak from the principles from some of the books and some of those things. And I think what's really been cool is from the podcast, I've connected with some people that have done some really neat things that I've been able to learn from. And, they've saw things in me that I may not have seen in myself. And so they've invested time in me to teach me and help me learn and, allow me to be in rooms where, a regular old dude from Hearn, Texas don't normally is in those kind of rooms, and so I think, man, I'm blown away every day.
Yeah.
I mean, with just the blessings, the experiences, man, it's truly been neat.
Well, tell us about Go Get It. You got it on your shirt, man.
I got it on my shirt.
What's it mean? What's Go Get It mean?
So for me, I believe that no significant success is gonna come to you, right? I believe that you have to get up, take the proper actions, and go get it and make it happen. And so I've just strived to live that in my life, and it's crazy. Like it started with self-talk. Positive self-talk is important, right? And I've always been said little phrases to myself in my life: push yourself, get better, let's go, and started, up your game, just different things that I would say to myself to push myself. And I would say that, man, and it started coming out. I'll tell people, then people start saying it back to me, and now it's a thing. Man, I can't go anywhere hardly where people know me. Like, they go get it, let's go, go get it. Like, yeah, go get it. So it's been cool. And people people will interview me on their podcast, or like I was in Indiana this last weekend for an event. I spoke and had a little meetup and taking pictures and doing a little video deal. And there was a lady there. She's like, "Hey, we got to do Go Get It." Like, man, I didn't want to bother y'all with that. Yeah, we gonna do Go Get It.
Yeah,
right? So,
man,
like, man, that's awesome. So it's been cool.
When you interview people about success, how do you think about success? Because obviously it's not business success or sports success, or it might include those things, but how do you think about success? When you I want to have that person on because they're successful, what does that mean?
I think for me, it's more so about good people.
Yeah. Because that's real success, right?
Yeah. Not not getting enamored like they've done this or they've run like man, are you a good-hearted person? Do you look out for people? Do you have love for people? Do you do things that is of service?
Yeah.
You know, I think so for me, that's kind of because that's my jam. That's what I do. And so those type of people are my people. Those people I resonate with.
Yeah.
And so if you're doing things from a good-hearted place to take care of people, to make a positive difference in our world, and I love highlighting those people.
That's good.
I love sharing their journeys. I love learning from those type of people as well.
But that is success. I mean,
for sure.
I think we're so wrapped up in this title and position and all that stuff. I mean, that might be part of success, but if you can live your life in a way that positively impacts other people and you're making good decisions, leading your family, man, you're in the minority. Like, you're a success.
For sure.
Because you're going to work every day, doing your thing. Your kids don't hate you, right? That's success. Yeah. I think it's awesome.
And you don't have to have a title for that.
No.
You don't have to have a title to be a great leader.
Yeah, that's right. That's
good. All of those things, you don't have to have a title for all of that. Just do your thing.
That's good.
Where can people find stuff about Chip Baker, man? Where can we get the books?
Yeah.
Obviously, you say YouTube for Success Chronicles.
And the T-shirts. You said you had them.
Oh, yeah.
Where do we get the T-shirts?
We got merch and everything and all of that. So all of my social media is at Chip Baker TSC, as in the Success Chronicles.
Okay.
Except for X, Twitter, and that's Chip Baker 19. And so, man, I'm on all of the platforms. I don't want to be any excuse for them not to get this positive inspiration and motivation, man. And I have my online store. The link is in the bio of all of my of all of my socials with my store, and has go get it merch, hats, T-shirts, quote T-shirts, all of that stuff. The books are on there if you want to get like a signed one, but they're all on Amazon and Audible.
Okay.
So if people now the ebook. The audio book, like
no excuse not to get
no excuse. I meant that. I meant that. No excuse, man.
This is good, man.
One more question, if I can ask one more question.
Yes, sir.
We just kind of ended, and I'm gonna ask one more question.
We can keep going.
You have a kid in front of you, pretty average kid.
Yeah.
He's going out into life. Maybe comes from a good family, maybe he doesn't. But he has one final conversation with Chip Baker, with the coach. And you're gonna sit him down. Whatever you're about to say may or may not impact his life. What do you say to that kid going out the door?
First off, my hope is that it will impact him.
Yeah.
Because I'm intentional about that, right? I think I have this principle, I call it the SHG Principle. And this is how I operate in my life. And so I think, first off, the S is show up. In everything you do, man, you show up and be intentional about what you're doing.
That's good.
Your time is valuable. Don't waste your dang time. If you're supposed to be somewhere, be there early and not on time, because on time is late.
Yep.
Right? So, and when you're there, be in the moment, right? Enjoy those moments, because what it allows you to do, it allows you to see the things that you're supposed to see. It allows you to hear the things that you're supposed to hear. It allows you to feel the things that you're supposed to feel when you're in those moments, right? Yeah. And then the next thing, the H, is have a great attitude. And I always share this quote. This one isn't on the T-shirt, though. Gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude.
We're going to put it on a shirt, though.
We're going to put it. It's coming. Gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. And so in any situation that you're in, find a blessing in a lesson, right? Don't complain. Like, if you can take energy to complain about it, well, bro, you can use that same energy to make it better.
Yeah, so good.
Right?
That's so good.
So have a great attitude. And then the last is give your all, the G. So any situation that you're in, give your all to it, right? And what happens is, sometimes, the goal is to give 100%, but realistically, we're all human and we all make mistakes. So sometimes we don't have 100% in the tank. Man, we may just have 90% or 70 or 50 on some days if it's a bad day. Yeah. But if you give that, you still get better, and the people around you get better. And so rock with me on this. So if that guy, SHG, show up, have a great attitude, and give his all today, that's a pretty good day for him.
Yeah.
Right? Then he reflects, even, oh man, I was good at this. Ooh, I need to be better at that. Tomorrow, boom, he hits the ground running. SHG tomorrow. That's a pretty good day. And he does that for a week. That's a good week, right? He does that for a month. That's a good month for some years.
Yeah.
That's good years, and what it will allow that young man to do or that person to do how it has allowed me to do is when I get to go visit the big man.
Yeah.
It will have allowed me to not just have left a legacy. It will have allowed me the opportunity to have lived a legacy by my day-to-day actions.
That's good.
Just by showing up, having a great attitude, and giving my all each moment of each day. And really, when we make it that simple, it's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's good, man.
Coach, thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
It's an honor to have you here. Thanks for being here.
It's been a blessing. My pleasure. I was excited to get here to be with this guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around. You used to coach him back in high school.
Yeah.
He says he was a pretty good football player. I've never believed it.
You are the same coach, man. I tell you this, just to shout out. I don't think I ever seen you without a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever heard a negative word ever come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. And to your wife too, man, who was a teacher for me, man.
Yep.
Thank you to guys, both of y'all.
Man, thank you so much for saying that. That really means a lot to me because I've strived to live an intentional life. So it's good to hear people say, man, you always had a smile on your face. Man, I tried to do that. Even in days where it was rough for me, I showed up, with a smile on my face. So like the SHG, like what he just said, like I strive to live that. And so, man, it's a blessing when you can hear those things. But other than that, man, it was an honor. First off, it's an honor to be called coach.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Right. And so I never took it lightly. I knew the impact that the people that came before me had on me, coaches, teachers, people in my community. And like I said, I just wanted to give that because I knew what it felt like to receive it.
Yeah.
Right. And so my goal was to continue to just be the conduit and just pass that to others. And it blesses my heart to hear you say those things, man. So
truth,
thank
man.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Man, great conversation. Go and check out the website, follow the coach on social media, and get the books, get the T-shirts.
Get the T-shirt.
Get the
Go
T-shirts.
get it.
Go get it.
Go get it.
That's it.
Man, thanks for watching and or listening. If you're not yet subscribed, to do that right now, wherever you're listening from. Now is the moment, so hit that button and then jump over to YouTube. A lot of good content coming out on YouTube. I think it's great content, but I don't want to oversell it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great content.
Yeah,
good stuff over there. So go and check that out and look forward to talking to you next time.